Just imagine standing on the beach in Britain and looking at Europe. A long time ago, you would not see any deep ocean. You would see Greenland. You could easily walk all the way from London to Amsterdam. This big place was called Doggerland. It was the true heart of Europe and full of life. But in one very scary and dark day, a huge water wave washed the whole place away. It sank a big piece of land and changed history forever. Welcome back to Time Tales. Today we will travel down to the cold, dark bottom of the sea to find a beautiful lost world from the past. To fully understand this lost world, we must go back 20,000 years in time. Back then, the Earth was going through a very cold ice age. Because a whole lot of water on our Earth was frozen solid into large blocks of ice, the water level in the sea was very different back then. The big oceans were much lower than they are today. The water had moved far back, showing a huge and wide area of dry land that was hiding. This was not just a small bridge made of dirt and rocks. It was a very big space, almost as big as France, joining Britain directly to Europe. Famous big rivers like the Thames did not flow straight into the sea. They joined together inside Doggerland and created a very big system of fresh drinking water. This large group of rivers made the land very good for growing things. It had a nice mix of green hills, wetlands, and thick, dark, quiet woods. Because of all the fresh, clean water and green plants, this place became a dream home for wild animals. Large groups of big, furry elephants walked around freely. They were closely followed by very dangerous and fast hunters. Big wild cats with long, sharp teeth and groups of old wolves hunted together in the thick grass. Very large brown deer, wild, fast horses, and strong wild pigs lived a happy life in the deep, dark forests. The sky above was full of flying birds. Where there is plenty of good food and clean water, humans will always go to stay. The people there were simple hunters who lived off the green land. They were very smart and clever people who knew exactly how to stay alive. They made good, strong tools using stones, hard wood, and the old animal bones. They built nice, warm little homes right next to the moving river. Instead of fighting to live every single day, these lucky people enjoyed a very quiet life. They made long, wooden boats to travel across the wetlands easily. They also made strong nets to easily catch the many swimming fish hiding in the rivers. For thousands of long, quiet years, many happy families called this wide and beautiful green valley their true home.
We rest tonight.
It was one of the best places to live. But our big spinning Earth is never totally still or quiet for long. About 12,000 years ago, the weather of the whole world started to change fast. The heat all over the wide world slowly started to go up day by day. The big heavy blocks of thick white ice in the north began melting. A huge amount of fresh melted water fell straight down into the big open oceans of the world. And very slowly, the deep sea water levels began rising. This did not just happen in one quick and easy night. It was a very slow and painful push. Inch by inch, the angry ocean ate the land. The green open lands used for hunting got smaller and smaller every day. Clean drinking lakes turned salty and bad.
How much farther?
The scared people were forced to move away. Over hundreds of long fading years, the great big land became very small. Britain was almost completely cut off, and the whole area turned into a muddy island. Life became a hard, cold, and tiring fight every single day against the moving seawater. But the final sad end of these people came from something else. It actually came from the deep, dark, and freezing cold water. Around 8,000 years ago, a huge and shocking thing happened deep under the sea near Norway. Known today as the Great Slide, a very long piece of underwater earth suddenly broke apart and fell down fast, causing the biggest landslide in human history. Heavy falling rocks and thick wet mud fell straight down into the deep dark sea. This sudden big drop moved so much heavy water that it made shockwaves. A giant, tall, killer wave was quickly born from the deep. Moving as fast as a flying airplane, a tall wall of angry blue water ran across the sea. The poor people living on the small flat island had absolutely no time to run away.
The water!
they would have only seen the seawater suddenly pull far back. The fast-coming wave was almost as tall as a very big modern building. Because the flat land was very open, there was no safe, high place anywhere. The giant wave hit the flat green land with blind and terrible anger. It quickly broke down big old trees, ruined small homes, and completely drowned the land. In just a few short and terrifying hours, a whole group of people who lived happily for thousands of years was completely gone. Everything was buried under mud. That giant sliding earth was the final and very sad end. After the giant wave hit hard, the seawater kept rising up, hiding whatever small bits remained. Britain was finally fully cut off from the rest of Europe for good. A brand new, wide-open water channel was made by the angry seawater forever. For thousands of long, quiet years, humans totally forgot that this lovely place was ever real. The drowned land just became an old and lost ghost story told to children. The big secret stayed safely hidden deep under the waves until just 100 years ago. Heavy fishing boats started to pull thick ropes across the deep sea. Along with their normal catch of everyday fish, the boat workers began to find very strange things. They pulled up big, heavy bones of old, wild, furry elephants.
What in the hell is that?
But the absolute most shocking things of all were actually made by human hands. The big nets pulled up nice round stone axes and old broken bone tools.
This can't be real.
Smart scientists were very surprised by all of this finding. These old items clearly proved that the bottom of the sea was once dry, open land with people.
Look at these incision patterns. They're remarkably uniform.
With the great help of advanced underwater cameras and powerful seafloor mapping technology, historians and researchers have finally begun to reveal the true size of this lost world. They have created detailed maps showing ancient river channels, hidden valleys, and drowned hills where prehistoric hunters once gathered, built fires, prepared food, and lived their daily lives thousands of years before recorded history ever began. Deep-sea divers have even discovered entire underwater forests preserved beneath the waves. The roots and trunks of ancient trees still stand upright on the cold seabed, frozen in time, as if this forgotten landscape disappeared only yesterday.
It's like a graveyard from another world.
The story of this lost land is a powerful reminder of nature's overwhelming force and how quickly familiar landscapes can vanish forever. Entire regions that once supported life can disappear beneath the sea in a surprisingly short period of time. In many ways, this is Europe's true lost world. Not a mythical city built from gold and treasure, but a real homeland where generations of people hunted animals, crossed rivers, raised families, and built their lives long before written history. As we face rising sea levels and changing climate patterns today, these drowned landscapes from the distant past carry an important warning. They remind us that environmental changes can reshape entire regions and permanently alter the world around us. The massive ice sheets that once melted and flooded this land are slowly changing once again. Sea levels continue to rise across the globe, showing that the same natural forces responsible for past transformations are still active today. Our planet has reshaped itself many times throughout history without regard for the people living upon it. This lost landscape stands as undeniable proof that coastlines, countries, and even entire regions can change dramatically over time. Deep beneath the cold and dark waters, the giant bones of mammoths and the stone tools of forgotten hunters still rest silently on the seabed, untouched for thousands of years, and waiting for modern explorers to discover them. They remain the silent witnesses of a vanished world, a world consumed by rising seas, leaving behind only scattered traces of its existence, hidden beneath the waves and waiting patiently for its story to be told once again. What other ancient landscapes, forgotten civilizations, and lost green worlds remain hidden beneath the dark and unexplored depths of our oceans, waiting for the day when their stories can finally be brought back into the light and shared with the world once again? If you enjoy uncovering forgotten chapters of history and exploring incredible possibilities about humanity's future, then you are exactly where you need to be. Together, we will continue searching for mysteries that most people never even knew existed. History is not only what survives inside books and museums, it is also what time, nature, and our planet choose to leave behind. And despite everything we have already discovered, the story of our world is still far from complete. From the drowned valleys of the distant past to the towering cities that may one day shape our future, we will continue digging deeper, searching for answers, and uncovering the extraordinary mysteries that remain hidden beneath the surface. Thank you for joining us on this unforgettable journey to the cold and silent depths of the sea. Together, we explored a forgotten world that disappeared long ago, yet still holds the power to amaze and inspire us today. The past preserves countless forgotten secrets, while the future holds possibilities we can barely imagine. Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and never stop looking beyond what appears on the surface, because the greatest discoveries often remain hidden. Next time on Time Tales, we will travel to one of the most dangerous and unforgiving deserts on Earth to uncover the story of a forgotten empire that rose from the sands, flourished against all odds, and then mysteriously vanished. Do not miss the incredible secrets still waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this journey and want to explore more hidden stories from our world, support the channel by liking this video and subscribing for future adventures. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe humanity is truly prepared for the next great environmental change that could reshape our planet, just as powerful natural forces have done many times before? Until we meet again for another journey through the forgotten pages of history, stay curious, keep learning, and continue exploring the mysteries of our world. There are still countless stories waiting to be uncovered. Have a wonderful day.